had the safeties at Missouri, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, and it's been a while though since you were just over the safeties.
Well, I had I had those guys early on, and then when I went to Memphis, I had the secondary and had the safeties. And went back to Missouri and had the linebackers. So you fit your strengths of what you have staff-wise in those spots. And then I think we've got, look at Sam Carter, our corners coach. He and I are able to speak the same language already because we worked together the last 4 years. So I'm really excited about our defensive staff and how everybody can, in the areas that they are focused on, be their best. And we're going to formulate ideas on what this team needs, what we have skill set wise, and build the defense around it.
You mentioned Coach Carter. What was it that you saw from him the last several years that made you think he was ready to take on this role?
Yeah, we've been together now 4 years, and I thought he was one of the best coaches we had in the building. And I don't care what his title, quality control, analyst, whatever you want to call it, but he was as dynamic of a person as we had in our organization. I'm thrilled that I had a chance to get him hired here because he had a lot of opportunities this offseason. And if you can get a guy like that you can already have a trust factor built in with, and that's such a huge bonus. And he's going to be a tremendous recruiter and mentor and leader for young men. He was an All-American player at TCU and played such at a high level, but that doesn't make you a great coach. But he's got the best of all the values you want in a guy leading a team. He's got them.
You had quite a few Arkansas kids on your team at Missouri. Do you have a kind of already pretty good relationship with coaches in this state? And I mean, how much do you think that experience is going to help you?
I hope just geographically, since I guess the time I was born, I've lived, in Oklahoma, Missouri, Tennessee, back in Missouri now. It's been a small radius, and that's unique in college coaching. So I've been able to develop relationships, and I would like to think that your last name and your word means something on how you've been able over the years to get into schools and develop relationships, and they know if they send a kid to me, how the kid's going to be treated, how he's going to be coached, how he's going to be cared for, and how he's going to be loved. And I'm excited to have an opportunity to continue to build this team and this organization and do it with a bunch of guys in the radius recruiting-wise that we can get to here. And so there's a lot of positives about this job, and that's one of them.
How important do you feel to get Arkansas kids at Arkansas as far as?
Well, you look at the passion and the energy that those that live in this state, what they think of this university, and it's unmatched in my opinion. And there's great high school coaches, there's tremendous programs, and there's enough kids in this state. If we get the right ones, we got a chance to build something really special.
Obviously, you found them, and when Arkansas didn't, I mean, you feel there's a greater emphasis, after that to maybe.
Well, I think we were fortunate. We've got 3 or 4 in one class from the state, and they helped us. They were all guys that started and played, and they played at a high level. And so we know they're out there. We got to search, and we got to find the right fit. But we want guys that want to be here, because as a staff, like Coach Pittman said yesterday, we feel like this is one of the greatest places that there is to be, and we're going to turn it into that.
Can you speak to the linebackers that you guys got?
Well, I think collectively, you look, all of them have an element of the ability to run, and that was something that I think that we needed in this class, some speed. We got guys that are competitive. Their competitive makeup, competitive spirit is what you want out of that position. Every one of them was either a team captain in some capacity, and that means something on the characteristics of playing that position. And really, you get into conversations with all of them. They've got a pretty high football IQ at this point in their career. So all of those things, for me, give us a chance when they get in the door. Now it's our turn to teach them and get them in position to let those skills take over.
Coach Drinkwich yesterday in his presser said something about how the school to the south of us kept offering our guys, and I'm assuming that meant that you guys peeled off, some Missouri recruits. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I didn't hear somebody mention it to me earlier, and I've got enough job responsibility right now to worry about Arkansas, and I didn't know there was a standard in the SEC who you could and couldn't recruit or target. So we're trying to find the best fit for Arkansas. I wouldn't spend much time thinking about a comment from another coach.
Do you feel like
Any
there's
adjustment for you as far as going from head coach to coordinator?
Well, I was an assistant coach before, and then a coordinator, and then a head coach. So I've been in a number of different roles over the years. I've always believed whatever your position is, you do your absolute best to pour into the organization and into the team and into the kids, no matter what your position is. So that hasn't changed for me. I think some of the things that Sam, either gets to do or has to do now at times, there'll be some of those I do not miss. But I'm thrilled to have a chance to work on his staff. I know that.
Do you get a sense that the Arkansas-Missouri game is kind of slowly but surely working into a true kind of rivalry type game?
It'll be there. Yeah. I think we're getting close.
One side wasn't living up to its end of the bargain the last few years.
There'll be a lot of ball played between now and the day after Thanksgiving, and then we'll line up, and I'm sure both sides will want to win in a great way.
Your thoughts on Jalen St. John?
I think he's got a chance. Is physically, he gets here in June. Physically is in a position to maybe help us if he can understand the scheme and kind of the things we're doing. But a kid that's got an infectious personality. He likes to play ball. It's important to him. He's got a lot of qualities that will align with what the standards of our organization are, and we're so thrilled to have him.